Good evening. My name is Arthur Hale. I've seen people ruin their lives trying to fix the wrong things. Most people believe control is strength. It rarely is. Life doesn't break us. Resistance does. Most people believe that control is power. That if you just plan harder, work harder, manage better, life will finally cooperate. But what if the opposite is true? Lao Tzu once wrote, "Mastery of the world is achieved by letting things take their natural course. You cannot master the world by changing the natural way." This idea feels almost offensive to the modern mind. We live in a civilization obsessed with control. At work, performance is tracked. Productivity is measured, screens watch us, algorithms judge us. Governments monitor more than ever. Cameras, data, behavior scores. Ironically, some of these systems were born in China, the same soil that gave rise to Taoism, a philosophy that teaches the exact opposite. Taoism isn't about conquering life, it's about not fighting it. At first glance, letting go sounds like weakness, like giving up, like passivity. But Taoism sees it differently. Letting go is not laziness, it's intelligence, a form of strength based on understanding how reality actually works, instead of forcing it to obey our desires. 1. Wu Wei, the art of not forcing. One of the core ideas in Taoism is Wu Wei, often translated as non-doing, but that translation is misleading. Wu Wei doesn't mean doing nothing, it means knowing when action is unnecessary. Look at your own life. We try to control everything, our pets, our children, our partners, our future, even how people perceive us. And yes, some control is necessary. Without it, civilization wouldn't exist. But too much control breaks things. Nature works best when we don't interfere too much. Think of a tree. You can plant it, water it, make sure it gets sunlight. But if you keep pulling on its branches, adjusting its leaves, checking its growth every hour, you will kill it. Growth happens when we step back. The same applies to attraction. You can't force it. You can only create space for it. Show yourself, then stop pushing. The more you try to control attraction, the faster it disappears. Silence, distance, and restraint often do more than effort ever could. That's why letting go matters so much in relationships. After conflict, anger fades naturally if we stop feeding it. Trust cannot be demanded back, it has to regrow on its own. Wu Wei is the difference between forcing and allowing. 2. Embracing change instead of resisting it. Taoists understood something many people still struggle with. Life moves in cycles, up and down, light and dark, yin and yang. Nothing stays fixed. Yet people cling desperately to their current position. Imagine holding onto a rock in a river, terrified to let go because you want control. What happens? You don't drown, but you also don't move. Life flows past you. Opportunities, changes, joy. You miss all of it. Lao Tzu wrote, "The living are soft and yielding, the dead are rigid and stiff." Rigidity is not strength. Flexibility is. Some people go even further. They swim against the current. They resist reality at every step. They fight who they are. They fight how life unfolds. This constant resistance drains them. Often society is the reason. People are told who they should be, how they should live, what success should look like. So they fight their own nature instead of using it. A Taoist approach would say, follow your strength. Don't obsess over your weakness. Change is not the enemy. It only becomes one when you resist it. 3. Stop obsessing over outcomes. Like the Stoics, Taoists noticed something crucial. The more we fixate on results, the worse we perform. Focusing on the future creates anxiety. It pulls us out of the present, the only place where action is possible. Zhuangzi tells a story of an archer. When the prize is small, the archer shoots perfectly. When the prize becomes valuable, his hands shake. When the prize is gold, he shoots as if blind. His skill didn't change, his attachment did. When your mind is stuck in the future, you sabotage the present. This is why flow states exist, in sports, in art, in music, in dance. When you stop caring about the outcome, performance improves. The task begins to do itself. 4. Letting go of excess. Modern society worships status. Everyone wants to be at the top, not because it's peaceful, but because it's admired. But the tallest trees catch the strongest winds. Staying at the top requires constant defense, competition, enemies, pressure. It's exhausting. The opposite extreme isn't healthy either. Choosing deprivation just to prove a point is still attachment. So Taoism asks a simple question. What do you actually need? Zhuangzi observed that a bird needs only one branch to rest. A mouse drinks only a bellyful of water. Everything beyond that becomes weight. Possessions easily turn into prisons. When you let go of excess, you move freely. Even Epicurus, often misunderstood, agreed, the necessities of life are easy to obtain. Moderation is sustainable happiness. Lao Tzu said, those who practice moderation are already on the path of the Tao. When we stop striving compulsively, we give life room to unfold. Letting go doesn't mean giving up, it means trusting the process. The power of letting go is learning to float, not grabbing every branch, not dragging dead weight, not fighting the current, just moving with life instead of against it.